Hi, this is Brian Lazar with the Colorado Avalanche Information Center, and welcome to your last weekly Avalanche Outlook for the 2021-2022 season. We'll go ahead and just jump to the homepage map, and you can see here we've got a mix of both moderate, level 2 of 5, and low, generally safe avalanche conditions, or level 1 of 5 throughout the state of Colorado. We can expect this pattern to kind of stay with us throughout the end of the month and likely into May. We're going to have avalanche danger rise when we see big warm-up events that will spur wet avalanche activity. And then we'll see avalanche danger also rise when we get new and wind-drifted snow and we see avalanches in the storm snow. The main avalanches we're going to be dealing with as we move into and throughout the month of May are storm snow avalanches when storms roll through, wet avalanches, and then lastly, we see often a lot of cornices break and fall as they continue to warm up. So make sure to give those cornices wide berths and steer clear of steep slopes that are just below sagging cornices. I can start by showing you some avalanches that have taken place just over the last several days, and these are good examples of the kinds of avalanches you're going to be able to trigger as we move into this weekend. So we got some new snow last weekend, which made for a fairly wintry April weekend. And after that, we had lots of pretty strong winds. So we had a lot of wind-drifted snow. And these are some examples of the wind slab avalanches that both released naturally and were triggered by people just over the last several days. Here's one up near Bethel, near the east side of the Eisenhower Tunnel. Another wind slab avalanche up near Jones Pass in the Butler Gulch area. And you can see how these are breaking in wind-loaded terrain features. And here's some wind slab avalanches that occurred just over the last couple days out near Mount Quandary. These avalanches are waning down, and we should see the end of this type of activity by Friday. But you got to be leery of any kind of fat wind-drifted slope where you can trigger avalanches like this. So although this isn't going to be a widespread problem as we move through the weekend, be careful on heavily wind-loaded slopes in the alpine. The other flavor of avalanches on our menu are wet avalanche activity. And this is the kind of stuff that we saw when the sun finally returned on Monday and we brought warm temperatures and ample sunshine to that cold, dry snow. These are some wet avalanches that took place in 10 Mile Canyon between Copper Mountain and Frisco, and you can see them running out of steep, sunny, rocky terrain. This is entraining enough snow to knock somebody off their feet or even bury you in a terrain trap like a gully, or enough to do some damage if it washed you over a cliff or some piece of consequential terrain. And last but certainly not least is we have this potential for avalanches breaking on weak layers near the ground. This is an avalanche from Tuesday that took place on Bald Mountain just east of Breckenridge. We had a small wind slab avalanche break in the near surface snow, but then it quickly stepped down into much deeper buried weak layers near the ground. This produced a quite sizable avalanche, which was enough to take out some existing vegetation. And you can see here that the circle is a person that gives you some scale. This type of avalanche is mostly confined to the northern part of the Saguache zone, the Vail and Summit County forecast zone, and into the Front Range. So you cannot rule out the potential of very large avalanches breaking near the ground. You can greatly reduce your chance of triggering this kind of avalanche by avoiding heavily wind-loaded slopes that face north, northeast, and east in the alpine. So these three types of avalanches are going to stay with us throughout the end of April and into May. You're going to see an uptick in avalanche danger anytime we get new snow. And then when that new snow sees sun and warm temperatures, it's going to shed off in wet avalanche activity. Hopefully those big avalanches breaking near the ground are fading away and we can put those things to bed, but we have to be aware of them and keep them on the radar at least through the end of April. So on May 1st, we will switch to regional backcountry avalanche forecasts. That means we're going to issue a single danger rating and written forecast detailing current avalanche, snowpack, and weather conditions for the northern, central, and southern mountains. We're going to issue these products that will be out by 4:30 every afternoon throughout the month of May. Observations really drop off dramatically as we move into late April and May. So please share your observations with us. If you're out in the field and you see stuff, you can do that directly through our website, through the Submit Observation button, or you can submit observations through the CAIC mobile app. So as we move into May, you can still get weather forecasts through the National Weather Service, and you can access weather models through our forecasting page on our website. Any time you've got snow on steep slopes, you have the potential for avalanches. It's been a great season. Please tell us what you think about these Mountain TV segments by filling out the viewer survey at mtn/tv.com. Stay tuned by checking your forecast at colorado.gov/avalanche or on the CAIC mobile app, and we will see you back here in the fall.